You are listening to this update right now, and I will go straight to what is happening. The case of Nnamdi Kanu has entered a very important stage at the Court of Appeal in Abuja, and this stage can decide the next direction of his entire legal battle. Right now, what is clear and confirmed is that his legal team has officially taken his case to the appeal court after the judgment that gave him life imprisonment. That decision did not end the matter. Instead, it opened a new phase, and that phase is what we are following closely at this moment. As you listen, make sure you like this video and subscribe, because I will continue to break everything down in a simple and clear way so you understand every part of this story. Now listen carefully. After the judgment that sentenced him, his lawyers moved quickly. They did not waste time. They filed an appeal with strong arguments, and not just 1 or 2 points. They presented many legal grounds to challenge that judgment. What they are saying is simple but very serious. They are saying that the trial had problems. According to them, some important legal steps were not properly followed. They believe that certain decisions taken during the trial were not correct under the law. This is where the appeal court comes in. The appeal court is not there to start the case again from the beginning. No, what they do is to check the previous judgment. They look at everything that happened and ask one main question: was the law followed correctly? If the answer is no, then that judgment can be changed. And that is why this stage is very powerful. Now, one of the key things his lawyers are arguing is that some issues were still pending when the judgment was delivered. In simple English, they are saying the court gave a final decision while some matters had not been fully settled. In law, that is a big issue, because every step must be complete before a final judgment is given. If something is left hanging, it can affect the entire case. So now, the judges at the appeal court will look into that carefully. As you are following this update, make sure you like this video and subscribe, because this is one of those stories where every update matters. Now, another major argument is about his rights. His legal team believes that his rights were not fully respected during the process. When we talk about rights, we are talking about how a person is treated under the law, how evidence is handled, and whether everything was done fairly. If the appeal court agrees that his rights were affected, that alone can change everything. Now let us slow down and look at what can happen next, because this is the part many people want to understand. If the appeal court agrees with him, several things can happen. The court can cancel the conviction. The court can remove the sentence. The court can even declare that the case does not stand. That is what people mean when they talk about a possible legal victory. But at the same time, there is another side. If the appeal court does not agree with his arguments, then the previous judgment will remain. So, at this point, nothing is final yet. Everything is still being examined. Everything is still under review. And that is why this moment is very important. As you are listening, do not forget to like this video and subscribe. It helps you stay updated with clear and correct information like this. Now let us talk about the bigger picture, because this case is not just about one person. This case has affected many people in different ways. In the Southeast, we have seen how this issue has influenced daily life. There have been days when businesses did not open. There have been moments when people stayed at home. There have been changes in how people move and work. So when a case like this reaches a stage like the appeal court, people pay attention. They want to know what will happen next. They want to know if things will change. They want to know if there will be relief or if the situation will remain the same. Now imagine this. If the appeal court rules in his favor, many people will react immediately. Some will feel happy. Some will feel that justice has been done. Others may still have concerns. If the court does not rule in his favor, that will also bring reactions. This is why the judges must be very careful. They must look at the law. They must ignore pressure. They must focus only on what is right according to the legal system. And that is exactly what is happening now. As this process continues, lawyers on both sides will present their arguments. They will explain why the judgment should stand or why it should be changed. They will go deep into legal details. They will point to specific parts of the trial. And the judges will listen to everything. Every word matters at this stage. Every detail matters. So this is not something that is rushed. It takes time. It takes careful thinking. And that is why we must be patient. As you are still here, Make sure you like this video and subscribe. This helps you stay connected to updates like this as they come. Now let me bring it down even simpler. Think of it like this. There was a decision. That decision is now being questioned. Another court is checking if that decision was correct. That is the stage we are in. Nothing more, nothing less. So when you hear people say there is already a big victory, you need to be careful. Because until the appeal court gives its final decision, the case is still open. Everything is still in progress. Now let me ask you something as you listen. Do you think the appeal court will agree with his lawyers? Or do you think the original judgment will remain? Drop your thoughts in your mind as you continue listening, and do not forget to like this video and subscribe. Now, let us continue. This case has also attracted attention beyond Nigeria. People outside the country have followed the story over time. They have looked at how everything has happened. They have asked questions. They have watched each development. So whatever happens at the appeal court will not only be noticed inside Nigeria, it will also be noticed outside. That is another reason why this stage is important. Now, as the judges continue their work, one thing is clear. They will not rush. They will study everything. They will compare arguments. They will check legal principles. And when they are ready, they will give their decision. That decision is what everyone is waiting for. That decision is what will shape the next step. So for now, we watch, we listen, we wait, and we continue to follow every update. As you are still listening, make sure you like this video and subscribe. More updates like this will keep coming. Now, before I continue further into deeper details and possible outcomes, let me pause here for a moment.